How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Today, I've been told I talk too loud. Also, but that's ridiculous. Hello, Finkeroy. Coffees, Bussy Bookers, Stains Blue. It's Taco Tuesday. I think you're. It seems like you're ready. So let's open this thing up. Let's try and remember to do the drawing too.
I sure could go for 100 tacos right about now.
I think I forgot last Tuesday. I should do it. Should be open. I could go for 100 tacos right now as well. Regulus, could you go for 100 tacos right now? Don't you rub on my microphone. You're gonna mute me. Regulus likes to mute me. I don't know why. Why would anybody want to mute me, of all people? Anyway, type exclamation point, I love tacos, all one word, in the chat to enter that. No, stop it. Stop, you're gonna mute me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, exclamation point, I love tacos, all one word, in the chat to enter to win Regulus. No, not Regulus. To win the taco token. I don't know if people would appreciate if I gave you away, Regulus. As much of a butt as you are. He got up on the table where he wasn't supposed to go, and then he threw up on it. That's what kind of jerk he is. Alright. Yeah. We're playing Chronicle of the Silent, which is what the French, that's what the translation of the French title is. And I can say that without sounding foolish. Regulus is living his best life. Yeah. He is. He's living his best life for sure. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky, Regulus. At least he just threw up on the table. Like, not on anything on the table. Because I had some stuff up there that I would have been quite cross if he would have threw up on it. Quite cross indeed. Anyway, let's start the game. With our new fancy layout. Oh yeah. And I got the cat counter working. Look at that. We got one cat counter. We got one on the cat counter. You hate the so many people hate the new Twitch layout. It seems like everybody hates it. I think hearing would be okay. I'd call hearing okay. As long as we know it's a cat. Seeing a cat, hearing a cat, I think that's good. Because we did it for a poster of a cat. I'm calling that okay. I've heard a lot of people complain about the new Twitch layout. Because I'm not quite sure why they did it. It'll probably change back. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what Twitch is doing? Twitch is being Twitch. Not consulting the people that they say they're going to consult, I think, when changes happen. You don't have the, I think the main complaint is all the stuff at the top instead of the bottom. I feel like that's the big complaint. Maybe not, I don't know. It did for me. And I have that installed. I mean, I feel like I know what they were trying to do. It just wasn't a wanted change. People know who they're watching. It's not like you have to know who you're watching, you know? Anyway, I got a new layout too, and I think it looks good. So my new layout is slick, and I got space here. Well, you can't see my mouse pointer. I got space on the bottom too to use. I want to make my maybe jankometer be more transparent as well. I got some ideas for my layout. And the background of plungers. Maybe I could change the background to something cooler as well. Anyway, let's resume the game. What were we doing? Does anybody remember? Oh yeah, we were starting to we were doing something new. I'd already built up quite an impression based on what I've picked up from your uncle. But judging by the number of times I've seen this letter in your hands, she must have been a writer too. Our inspector is in Paris for business, so I'll be accompanying Mrs. Molesky to the gynecologist. Do you want to come with us? Okay. And on the left, we have Homer. Homer! Woohoo! Okay, I'll leave you two here. Humor? Woohoo! Dr. Bissard is just across the road anyway. No, Homer. The poet who gave us the Iliad and the Odyssey. We're still on for Sunday lunch. The ill lad and Odyssey. No, it's pronounced. Ah, there you are, Hugo. The Twillers of the Sea, the only one you haven't devoured yet. There was even a secondhand edition of '93. I'd had my eye on, but I've missed my chance. The bookseller at the square left last week when his stall was almost totally flattened, when the wall behind it came down. That was the last straw. Now that everything's gone from the market square, there's no shortage of empty spots. But the city council offered them a place in the suburbs, so between his work and his wife, there wasn't really any choice. Did you read much at my age? Very much so. My mother spent her mornings and evenings with her nose in a book, and my father was a professor of literature, so, you know. Professor? Here in Bordeaux, like you? No, not in Bordeaux. So, you can continue. The meal Zola Germinal. Even though the style is colder and harder in the whole. Cold and hard? You wouldn't be able to just summarize it for me? Of course not, young man. The essence of genuine understanding is in the experience. Trust the journey. You have to read the book yourself to draw your own conclusions. What if I don't understand it? With the last one alone, I was bugging you about a word every half hour. Well, that just means you're ahead of my first years, who don't even bother to read the books I assign, and who pretend to understand all those complicated words. We only learn to pay attention by stumbling along the way. And Eugene? That goes for both books and in life. That is kind of true. Trust the journey. Thanks, Finkelroy, for that. Hey, look, it's people. Hey, apparently it's been a while. Oh, I forgot. Belle sends her love. Did you talk to her on the phone? What are we eating? Ah! Looked out of the window. Did you talk to her on the phone? No, she wrote to me. Calls from Tunis. Cost an arm and a leg. Gotta be careful with the little one on the way. Right, my little cub? Ah, Tunisia. I can still see the angry look on little Catherine's face in the Carthage ruins. I got her to visit the ruins by telling her all about the bloodiest and most exciting parts of the Punic War. On reflection, it must have been quite disappointing to find herself in what was, to her young eyes, just a pile of old stones. I made up for it with huge packets of that gazelle horn sweets and a million other sugary treats. Cobb el Gazelle, or gazelle horn sweets. I don't know what that is. Is Catherine your daughter? Were you married there? Eugene, leave Mr. Dalsfallon alone. It's not polite to stick your nose in other people's business like that. Take that from me. Sorry. Bah. It worked okay for you, though, when he stuck his nose into your business. Anyway, it must have been quite a night with so much sugar and such a small girl. What was that lullaby you were singing to her? I have it on record. I'll play it to you when we go for coffee. Okay. Oh, did I start the timer? I did not. Well, here it goes. It's a cutscene. Does it count? That sounds like Christmas music. Does it not? I found your last essay exceptionally good. You know, we're sitting over... What? There's a bridge with no railings on it? What is this? Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Though you still have difficulty with more conceptual ideas. Despite that, I think you're ready for the... whatever that is. Baccalaureate. And who knows what after that? The humanities, perhaps? I think Mum would have liked that. That was a lot of syllables for a word. But It's just that Yves always takes me when he wants to interview witnesses, and he often asks my opinion now. I think I'd make a good detective. One of the best. But don't worry, I still want to study too, even history. If only there was a short version of a degree. Oh, okay, he's just saying bachelor degree, I think. My dear Eugene, trust... Oh, God. Keep clicking out of the damn window. Trust the journey, I know. 5 years ago, 5 years go by. Not 5 years ago. 5 years go by. Why is time going by? The professional. Oh, finally got my own office. I need to clean the room a bit since it used to be a storeroom. Okay. It's been 5 years. 5 years. Where am I going? What am I doing? Why is this? Oh, they're knocking all the things down, just like they said they were going to do. Remember, they said they were going to tear all the buildings down? Apparently they're doing it. There's only one place to go, which is over here. There's a bulldozer and everything. Is that a bulldozer? It's more like a scoop, right? Not like a bulldozer. It's more like a scoop. A scoop dozer. Bulldozers have the little things, right? I don't know. Not a heavy machinery expert. Hmm? Hands in the air, Sergeant Forey. Oh no, my sworn enemy. Inspector Justine. I'm caught like a rat in a trap. But I heard you were on the cookie jar case. No, the last lead was dead in the water. Commissioner Mom dropped the charges. Those thieves were aces. They didn't leave anything behind anyway. But we're not here to discuss work. Dad sent me. You need to go to his office. Okay. I'll finish a couple of boxes and I'll be on my way. Don't do that. Dad told me to go get Uncle Eugene and bring him. And hurry up or there'll be trouble for you both. Oh, well then. If there's trouble, we better hop to it. Unless the last one there gets punished. No dessert. Hey, that's not fair. Where's the police? Oh yeah, I remember. Last one there, no dessert. Wait, where is his office? Well, he's not a police person. He must. Is his office upstairs? Oh, he's not with the police anymore. He's a private detective. I totally forgot. I'm gonna assume he's up here. Yep, I was right. Well, Eugene, so that's it. Finished setting up in this new office. Is Sir happy? Said he wanted an office. Said I didn't trust you enough. I'm not giving you the chance to work your way up. Well, I've only just got going. This morning I was helping the Lieutenants move house. Richard had a coughing fit, and with all the dust in the air, I'm happy though. Marcel offered me their old typewriter as a thank you. That's all well and good, but you can finish moving boxes later. What are you doing? There's more important things to worry about. Victor called. He wants you to pay him a visit. Do you know why? No idea, but it seems serious. Okay. And Eugene? I'm not messing with you this time. This time you're going as a detective. Or detective. Really? That's great. That's... Can I finish? Assistant. Deputy. Probationary. Junior. Detective. Don't ask me too much either. Not as much. Don't sulk, will ya? We've all been there. And I'd like to point out that I'm giving you a special treatment here. You know how many... You know many other 20-year-olds already going solo on a case? 20 plus 1, 21. I think you're in Victor's good books. That's why he wants to see you. So say thank you, Yves, and get on over to Victor's, okay? Okay. And what do you say? Thanks, boss. Oh, it actually said here where I have to go to the docks. Okay. The docks. Does anybody remember where the docks are? And remember, we have to... Hey, who's that? I don't know. No time to waste. To the docks. To the docks. Man, this place sucks. Wait, I thought this was the docks. It's not the docks. What's this? What's this? Where are we? I thought this was the docks. This clearly isn't the docks, but I'm going in anyway. Where are we? Victor, always a pleasure. Oh, this is him. Sorry, I had to help some neighbors move house. You know them? You know, they're just on the corner of Eugene. Yes. You've always been very interested in my life, my past. Well, yeah. You keep trying despite my evasions and refusals. And here you are, Eugene. I have to apologize. Huh? You don't mean... No, you heard it right. Your yearning to know, your curiosity, it's touching for a man like me. With tiny, itty-bitty feet. Just like you. So much more than you can ever know. But here's the thing, telling this story, this past, I owe it to someone else first. So someone who has every right to it, but who didn't want anything to do with it until recently. I don't think I follow. My daughter. Catherine? Yes, Catherine. She was always your complete opposite, always looking to the future. But how could I blame her? I played no small part in this. But since my little trip to the hospital, What? Why didn't anyone... Shh. It was less than nothing. But you're okay? I mean, are you feeling better? What happened? Nothing too serious. I know, their feet are tiny. Thank you for your concern. Well, that's not what we're here for. All the same, when did it happen? Last week. But like I said, everything is fine, don't worry. Okay, I won't. My daughter, on the other hand, she's still very upset. She's never been this way before. She won't say why, no matter how many times I ask. I wonder where she gets that from. You see, last time I saw her, she wouldn't have lasted an hour in a room with her old dad. But yesterday, she was questioning me about my past from the moment she arrived. She wanted to know everything. And straight away, too. But that's great. Now you'll finally be able to share all those stories with her. Yes, but I can't be the one to tell her. Not anymore. How do you mean? Trust me. Please. And if I told you any more, I'd almost certainly end up lying to you. Between you and me, I don't want to. Fine. I'm not going to push this time. So let's get down to why you're here. You'll have plenty of opportunity to satisfy your curiosity. And my daughter's too. I still don't really understand. Eugene Fawry, my old friend, I'd like to hire you as a private detective to investigate me. What? Why? I do have to ask you for a quote. We need to talk about your fee, too. I hope I can count on your business sense. Hopefully you'll be willing to offer me mate's rates. If this is another one of your practical jokes with Ives, it's not funny at all. I'm completely serious. I'm hiring you. But here's the thing. From now on, you report to my daughter. From now on. First, let me check my availability over the next few weeks. Let me see. You're in luck. I've got some time in the calendar. But how do I get in touch with your daughter? Should I meet her in Paris? No need for that. She's waiting for you second floor. She's expecting you. By the way, she is, and I quote, thrilled by the idea of babysitting an entry-level detective. Okay, so what are my chances? I mean, chance of survival, given that what you've told me about your daughter. She doesn't seem like the easygoing type. Eugene, I wouldn't trust anyone but you with this investigation. Catherine happens to be extremely opinionated, that's all. But after Madame Solange, you're used to dealing with strong women now. You'll be perfectly fine. I don't suppose the fee includes danger money by any chance. Second floor? Where the heck's the second floor? Oh, probably up the stairs. Oh, these are stairs. These are stairs! Stairs. Well, there's two doors. I mean, I have two. Oh, that room's empty. I was like, I have a 1 in 2 chance.
Hey, where these stairs go? They go up.
Oh, well, nothing here. I can open this. Patient sheet. During a course in university, he underwent some blood and cardiac tests. We concluded that he was overworked, potentially due to his classes, and advised him to stay a few days for observation or rest. However, he decided on his own to leave the hospital as soon as possible and go back home. Our script was issued for him to reduce the symptoms. Okay. Cool. That's it. Okay, we're investigating. Apparently, I think maybe so. I think when they say second floor, they mean third floor. Hello? Miss Dalvalon? Okay. She refuses to talk to me or let me in her room. Okay. Ooh. What's this? It's like a safe. Ooh. Look at that. It's got 4 different numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 is obviously the combination. Oh, it's not. Nope, it's not. Dang. Guess we go back down. See if there's anything in here. These stairs confuse me. But now he's gone. He's gone. It's over my chances for survival. Dang it. Wait, where? I hate where these stupid things are. Oh, there he is. The investigation hasn't even begun yet. You're already here trying to get me to spill my beans? Don't make me regret employing you, my young friend, but since you're here, I suppose I could give you a head start. Catherine hasn't been back to Bordeaux for a few years. It's a good thing, really. He's studying. Okay, we should probably, maybe let's do that one. I respected the fact that she wanted to keep Bordeaux in her past, so I didn't visit, but I blame myself for not speaking to her on the phone as often as a father should. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. And how are you, old friend? I finally got a hold of, okay. Of Runciman's full set on the Crusades. For a man who doesn't like serious books that don't talk about real people, the Crusades are an adventure like no other. With larger-than-life knights to boot. Looks like Madame Solange is just as important to you now as she is to me. How do you even begin to describe such a saint? Ah, yes, my choice of words might surprise you, but I don't say it lightly. The place is full of history, yet appropriate for a university, wouldn't you say? But do you remember what old Lieutenant told you about Bordeaux during the war? Yes, when politicos come to Bordeaux, it's a sure sign something's not right. Yeah, it's well remembered. In 1870, 1914, 1940, whenever they were threatened by Germany, the government retreated to Tours. Okay, here's some numbers that could be a combination. A year. But if the situation deteriorated further, they retreated further south, far from German border with access to the Atlantic. Our harbor meant the Americans were able to resupply here in 1915. Habits were pretty ingrained into that point. Public buildings, theaters, and music halls used for the ministries, radio masts installed on top of bell towers, and our university office and lecture theater weren't spared either. They were commandeered by army majors, and the corridors were full of French soldiers. In 1914, soldiers were found roasting a pig at the foot of Montigny's tomb. I suppose we should excuse those poor country boys in these circumstances. You remember the miracle on the Marne? Oh yes, I remember. Still goes on about it. Her husband was a taxi driver when the taxis were commandeered for the Battle of Marne. Why is this important? And then when headquarters announced the victory, it was from rooms we now use as offices. In June 1940, the corridors were filled with uniforms again, but this time, the premises were quickly given over to their occupants with slightly different accents and uniforms. Yeah. Come on, I thought the matter was settled. I'm fine. That little adventure at the hospital has caused quite enough fuss as it is. My daughter, on the other hand, she refuses to let it rest. She brings it up at every opportunity. Hate to think what she'd have said if I hadn't managed to negotiate my discharge from the hospital before she arrived. We found some evidence that you weren't discharged. You just discharged yourself. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. I think we have our first piece of evidence. I think we have our first piece of thing. not? Okay. That seems... That seems to be correct. Don't quite understand why why that isn't a match. But okay. I admit I'm a little bit upset about that. I feel like I found something and then it didn't work. And nope. It seems like a year would be not a bad thing to think it would be. Like, okay, well, I guess I can't see her right now. I don't think it's like a lock either. I guess I'll go talk to other people. Oh wait, that's not where I want to go. Can't go this way. See what's open to me. Looks like just that one area I was at before is open to me. Who's this? Is this the place with the coffee and the waffles? Yes, this is the place, but you'll have to wait a while before Madame's Lodge opens up. But will there really be waffles? Because I was told there were waffles on Wednesday. What if I said to you that you got the wrong day and you'll have to come back tomorrow? Well, if that's the case... No, I'm just joking. Wait here a bit. The boss won't be long. Oh well, then I might give my friends a heads up. Waffles? Waffles? There's nobody down here. There's nobody down in the kitchen. Nobody in the kitchen. Alright. I guess we'll just go up and see if we can talk to anybody. No, go up the stairs, you dingus. Are you waiting for a meeting? Might be. You can speak to me in complete confidence. I work with him. Thought you worked alone. No. As you can see, our services are in demand at the moment. It's my husband. I mean, my meeting is about my husband. My future ex-husband, I should say. I think I understand. Late meetings, dinners with clients, and business trips that fall on a weekend. My beloved has been taking me for an idiot this past month. But this idiot is going to put together a case. Wait. Oh, you're talking about you. You're the idiot. Okay. I get it. Hey, it's people I can talk to. So how's your move going? Good. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to thank you yet. What for? It'll be a pretty poor investigation if I couldn't work out who wears the trousers in this house. All I did was remind my dear husband that he promised you an office. More like you wore him down. Let's just say that I think he's getting a little grumpy at the moment. The slightest thing sets him off. He's turning into a right old grumpy old man. He's gonna start wearing an onion on his belt. You need to understand, since Madame Solange became the doting grandma, he's had less people to exchange niceties with, so it's like an athlete who hasn't trained enough. Well, this athlete retired from the sport already.
So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time.
I didn't say a word. What about you? What's your name? Staying here for a snack, boss? Yeah. Brioche. Well, we've got to stay. Well, I've got to stay if there's brioche. No, really, boss? Is that some cigarettes? Okay, where are people? Where are the peeps? Can't even talk to you. Where are the peeps? I need some peeps. I need some peeps to talk to. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're next door. I hadn't even tried next door. Also, this guy is blocking the freaking door like a dingus. Well, let's check my office. Maybe there's something in my office. There is nothing in my office. Nothing. Okay, well, I guess we should go out and see what. Well, let's. So this is where it all began. Come again? The emancipation of the women of Bordeaux. This is all thanks to our heroine, Madame Solange. I'm not sure if that's exactly how she described it. Do you know her then? Can I meet her? I mean, as a researcher in the social sciences, the Marxist approach to the labor capital dialect through the balance of power. I don't want to disappoint you, but I've heard that she doesn't really appreciate all those novelties. In my opinion, you'd be better off approaching it as a chat, woman to woman, you understand? I don't know if I dare. Well, once you've psyched yourself up, the door's open. I want to go in the door, but I can't. I can't go in the door. Alright, well, what am I supposed to do? I feel like I've been everywhere and talked to everyone now. And now I don't seem to have anything else to do. I'm a little bit disappointed. Just want to make sure I can't go places that I thought I could go. Can't go there. Alright, so the only place I can go is here. It seems. Maybe we need an onion or a belt. Maybe I need to make a connection or something. Well, at least I guess at least it like crosses off the things that you've already done. I don't understand. Okay. What am I supposed to do? How am I stuck? How am I actually stuck in this game? How am I stuck? There seems to be nothing, literally nothing to do right now. I feel like I need to make a connection, but what? The only thing I feel like I've done what I need to do for that one document. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I can crack the safe. I'll try 1970, I guess. Which is when you went to the hospital. Or you had a document. Wait, can you connect two bed things to each other? Can you do that? I don't understand this game. I honestly don't understand this game at all. I don't know how it's supposed to work. Like, I like a lot about this game, but man, oh man, it is rough around the edges. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try and figure out what to do.
Want a hint? I don't need a hint, Ralph. But you're suffering.
Are you serious? Okay, I would never have figured this out. This game is rough around the edges. Let me just say that right now. This game is really rough around the edges. Apparently, I'm supposed to play music.
Bonjour.
Comment tu connais cette terre, toi d'abord?
Faut pas vous mettre dans ces états, vous savez.
Into a state? I'm gonna moon logic that because the game never really told me that was a mechanic I could use. They never even introduced that mechanic, so, you know. Into a state? I'll get myself into whatever state I want. If I want. Okay. Maybe you'd like to get yourself into a more talkative mood? So we can talk? My father always taught me not to talk to strangers. Then he goes and invites one into the house. I'm a friend of Victor, your father. We've known each other for about 5 years now. You know my father? That's a good one. So what? You went on a fishing trip together once and now you're best friends? You think you know my father? No one really knows him. No one, you hear me? How dare a stranger like you come here and tell me what to do? Is it too far-fetched that I might not be that much of a stranger? Oh yeah? Come on then, do you know where my father grew up? No. And do you know where my father was during the war? No. Do you really think your father would trust the first person to come along? Trust my father? Haha. If he really trusted you, don't you find it odd that after 5 years, you still know so little about him? Some detective you are if you can't even tell me why I'm wasting my time here rather than going to Paris. And... alright. Now we have stuff to do. Look at that. Why did Catherine decide to stay at her father's rather than go to Paris? That's the question. Oh, now we can ask him about his past. Okay. Like, they never explain this to us really at all. Like, at all. We got volume and stuff. Alright. What can I say, old friend? I know I've put you in a difficult position with this little investigation. I have complete faith in your discretion and judgment. You know how to listen. It's a rare quality these days. Okay. Alright, that's all you're gonna say, huh? Why did Catherine decide to stay at her father's rather than go back to Paris? No, she didn't cause it. Okay. She liquidated his accident. Nope. Victor caused his accident. Maybe she regretted the accident? Okay, well. Oh wait, there's more stuff. There's more stuff. There's more stuff. I'm getting confused. Caused her. Catherine caused Victor's past. Maybe we don't have what we need for this. Oh, worry! I didn't even see worry over here. I didn't even see worry. Jeez. It was Victor's accident that brought him to the hospital at Rory's Catherine. Oh, okay. Just so I'm clear, everyone but me is in the know. Didn't even bother to warn his own daughter, but told the first person he came across? We've already gone over this. I don't know anything about him. Huh? Well, only one thing. The Resistance. He was in the Resistance. I know almost nothing about that. You know nothing about what? The Resistance or his involvement in the Resistance? It was the only important thing he's done, and I know almost nothing about that. He's a lecturer, too. What? He's a lecturer at the university. It's not nothing. Yes, I suppose so. It's his job to talk about history, so why aren't I allowed to know his? Why does he refuse to tell me about it? Me, his own daughter. You know, it's something you often see in the older generations. Take me, for example. You, for example. You, for example. I fail to see what example you could give. I've got a father who refuses to talk. How could you possibly understand how that feels? How can I possibly... What am I supposed to do here? Oh, I can do things. Okay. Let's just fail, I guess, a little bit. Let's just fail a little bit. This is really hard. This is extremely difficult to match these up with things. Because they seem ridiculous. No, maybe I... Oh, wait. Wait. I got a letter. That's right. I do have a father who I don't know. Okay. So tell me why he refuses all the awards, all the honors, all the commemorations, and all the other resistance members had a code name, a pseudonym. The mayor, Jacques Chaban. Delmas even added Chaban to his actual name. So why isn't my dad called something like, I don't know, Victor Silent as the Grave, Duzbalon? Isn't that a bit long for a code name? There's got to be some reason. I think I know who we can pump for information. Bernard Perrot. Probably Payro. It's probably Payro. His oldest friend. Comrade in arms. A dean at the university should know plenty of his lectures. Yes, this calls for a little courtesy call. Come on, let's go. I had almost forgotten about the letter. Thank goodness I didn't. Alright, Dad. You win. I'll team up with your young detective. Marvelous. I'm sure you'll work wonders together. don't you think you're going to get away with it? I'm still angry at you for hiding your accident from me, you know? I still can't believe it. Everyone around you knew. Except me. I already told you. I didn't want to worry you unnecessarily. You've got your own life in Paris, and unnecessarily. Dad, you are in hospital. What more does it take? Anyway, we'll talk about it later. Give me the keys to your office at the university. We're going to start there. Ah, the keys, yes. Good question. Yes, the keys to your office? Are they on the table? No, I don't see them. Oh, for goodness sake. I was sure I left them there. Dad, calm down. It's not a problem. That's the third thing I've lost this morning. It's depressing. Oh no, don't get upset. You're supposed to be resting, remember? If anyone in the house still has any right to be upset, it's me. So sit back with a cup of tea and get a good book, and we'll go and see your good friend. The dean of the university should have a spare set of keys, right? Yes, of course. Where the hell did I leave those keys? Is this a mystery? A mystery of the keys? Where's the where are we going? We're going this way. We have a friend. We now have a friend. Well, I don't think she's our friend. He's our partner in crime, I guess. Hey, look, there's lots of doors. Oh! There's lots of doors. Do they all go to the same place? Yes, they all go to the same place. Okay. Ooh, it's a nice university. Wow. Who's this? Cigarettes? Thanks, but I don't smoke. I'm trying to start. Thanks, but I don't smoke. I'm trying to start, though. No, you idiot. Do you want cigarettes? I bring them back from Spain. 1 franc a pack, 15 for a box. Steal. Take 2 and get a bottle on the house. Be my pleasure. No thanks, Catherine. No thanks. I stopped. Is that little black market business of yours pay well? Not to make ends meet. I'm not lucky enough to have rich parents. Me dad's a Basque farmer with a granddad who sneaked in goods during the Spanish Civil War, so that got me thinking. And everyone at uni knows to come here if they want groceries and stationery, if you know what I mean. Drugs. Oh, it's a cafeteria. It's a food eatery. Hey, he's working here now. Look at that. He's working here. I'm not gonna talk to him though. Wait, maybe I should talk to him. Maybe he's one of the people I can actually talk. No, he doesn't have a little talky thing above his head. Screw that. I'm not talking to him. Is this a dean-like Turk? I hope not. What's this? Oh, it's a live. Hey, they got a computer. Enter your search. What? No, nothing. Okay. Search for stuff. All right. There are books all over the table. Gross. Put on my school uniform or I make it yelled at by the dean. Yes, dear, yes. Really? Yes. Yes. No. Really? Yes, yes. Yes, we'll have lunch together tomorrow when you get back. Yes, the 11:15 for Paris. Yes, okay. Yes, yes. Yes, of course. Your new necklace? Of course I can't wait to see your new necklace, dear. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes. I need to go, darling. Yes, see you tomorrow. 11:15. I won't forget. Yes, goodbye. Bye. Whoa. Look at this guy. He's got everything going on, including tiny feet. How lovely to see you. How long has it been? 4 years now? Yes, Bernard. 5 years, actually. 5 years? Goodness, how time flies. Your father tells me that you're still in Paris. You must come and visit me more often when you're in Bordeaux, you know. Where's my mouse pointer? Well, here I am. My first time back in 5 years. Ah, I see. I'm sorry it was your father's accident that brought you back to us. I blame myself for not being able to go and visit Victor in the hospital. We're in the middle of moving. I'm swamped. And believe me, moving books, furniture is one thing. But corralling old professors with their old-fashioned habits. Let's put it this way. I think some of them still haven't quite realized they're actually moving. Don't worry about it, Bernard. My father said nobody was allowed to come and see him anyway, including his own daughter. Really? Knowing your father, I'm not terribly surprised. Actually, we came to see you about something else. My father seems to have lost the keys to his office. We need the spare. Ah, the keys, yes. I mean, no. No, sorry, not with all the hullabaloo going on right now. I'm already in trouble with the lecturers union. I can't give spare keys to just anyone. But Catherine isn't just anyone. After all, she's the daughter of... How rude of me. Bernard, I didn't introduce my new acquaintance. Eugene Fawry. Eugene Fawry. Private detective. With an incredible skill for discovering and sniffing out all kinds of little secrets. Uh-huh. It's not that I don't want to help. The whole university is on edge right now. And dean or not, I can't just do what I want. Okay. I came here to learn more about my father. If we can't do that in his office, we'll do it in yours instead. Ask you as many questions as we need for as long as it takes to get answers out of you. Questions about awkward subjects, stories about the resistance, about my father and you, the ones you never talk about. For example, come, Catherine. What are you imagining? Fine. As long as you fill in the A29 form, go to the admin office. I can't really do anything else for now. Oh man. Not sure I made a great first impression. Was it necessary to provoke him like that? What kind of awkward secrets could he have? No idea, but everyone has secrets. I could see that he was digging his heels in, and I need to shake him up, pressure him. I'm not sure he reacted all that well in any case. My experience, you always get more from people. You always get more from people if you avoid shocking them by being patient, particularly with your experience. Don't make me laugh, Mr. Detective. I've taken a good hard look at what I see. Isn't a seasoned detective with 20 years of sleuthing. Instead, I've got a newbie. You're what, 12? 21. Hot, 21. Catherine, seriously. I've thought about what you told me about your father. It's true, we've never spoken about what he did during the war, the resistance and all that. What exactly do you know about it anyway? What do I know? I suppose I should tell you. My father, he was a resistance fighter. There you go. Now you know as much as I do. Happy now? Not really. I'm sure you know more than that. Yes, but I don't want to overload your little head with too much information. Wouldn't be good for you at your tender age. Come on, let's go to the admin office. It's promising. Where's the admin office? I assume this is the office I can't get in. Oh no, this is the admin office. Well, where the heck is his office? Was this his office? Hello, what is it, young man? Sure you can help. I'm looking for the admin office. Education forms or equipment. What's up with her head? What's her head doing? Her head is janking out. Do you see that? Education forms or equipment form loans. Is it for the projector? Let me stop you right there. Let's send him a club already. No, it's for the... No, it's not for the projector. I need a form to request keys for the office. The sign-up form to reserve an office or meeting room is in the hall.
Jenkins.
Or in his office. No, I meant a duplicate of a Professor Key. Oh, but that's all. That's already... That's another thing already, young man. No. You need to ask the dean directly. Oh, but madam, miss... Sorry, miss. Couldn't you make a little accept? No, I can't. It's against the rules, and I don't have level 3 authorization anyway. Oh well, then if you don't have level 3 authorization, thank you. Thank you anyway, madam, miss. Okay. Alright, we need his signature now. Damn it, the dean is giving us the runaround. Yeah, he's all the mystery of who took the drugs. Bernard? Anyone there? Damn it. His dad would say the coward flees before the enemy. So what do we do now? What do we do now? Well, we're not going to find our man by wasting any more time waiting through piles of crates at the university corridors. He's already messed around enough as it is. I can go and look for him, and you can stay in his office in case he comes back. If we do that, we'll still be here tomorrow. Bernard is clearly trying to avoid us. He wants to play hide and seek. We can play games too. Tell me, were you any good at forging your parents' signature at school? Me? Oh no. So the old hand backs down at the first sign of difficulty. It's nothing. You won't even have to pick his signature. Everything you need is right here. Besides, I'm not going to do everything myself. You need to earn your fee, right? Go on. We can come back. He can come back any minute. One little squiggle and we'll just get these keys. Okay. You must have some forging skill. She didn't peep a word about the signature. In her shoes, with you breathing down my neck, I wouldn't have risked words. Come on, Dad's office is on the other side of the stairs. Okay, we got the signature. We got the signature. We also got a new verb, lies. And I keep clicking out of the window because I hate the way this game does things. The other side of the stair. What do you mean other side of the stair? What are all these? What are all these? Oh, we can go this way. The heck? There's so many things. Is this it? No. Hey, look, it's a coffee machine. Yeah. I guess this is it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's be a snoopin'. Snoop. Is someone there? Catherine? Is that you? Martin? What are you doing there? Sorry, I meant to say it's lovely to see you. Yes, you too. I'm just here to take care of a few things for Dad. Okay. How's your dad doing, by the way? How's he doing? He doesn't seem to understand why everyone is fussy and worrying around. You know him as well as I do. You bet I do. Like father, like daughter, right? If you say so. And the Boy Scout with you is Eugene Fowry, private detective. Greetings, Eugene. I'm Martin Galino, history lecturer. Pleased to meet you. Yeah, you can exchange pleasantries later. Did Dad tell you anything more about his accident since you called me? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't even be here. He was always more chatty with you. No more than you. This time, just like all the others, he's always been like this, never wanting to burden others with his problems. And me and Deuce Valance go a long way back. Catherine, it must be what, 15 years already? Yes, Martin. Victor told me about you. I know we're calling it an accident, but what really happened? It's a little unclear for me, too. Apparently, it was all quite mundane. Victor was in the middle of a lesson. I was told it was damn hot that day and the windows were all open. Nothing new in this old place. You freeze in winter, you suffocate in summer. But it's not like Victor wasn't used to it. He never complained. And that's not his style anyway. Not really, no. What could it be then? One student we both teach was there. You could hear music coming through the open window from his musicology class. Didn't take much to distract a bunch of youngsters worked up by the heat. Victor quickly brought them back on track, but it seemed like he was losing focus. And then his eyes went blank, and then he fell down on the floor. Doctors say it was an attack of apoplexy. Sounds fancy, but means nothing. Do you know what song they were playing? No idea. I asked Mr. Dury, but apparently he wasn't there when it happened. He was fighting with the movers to get them to repack his bass viol for the third time. His bass? His bass, I think. It was a student playing a record they found in an old cardboard box. You'll be first to know if I ever find it. You must leave. I must leave you. I'm expected in the staff lounge. See you later, Catherine. Okay. Well, I got a thing that I didn't get a chance to look at. Dear Don, I can only thank you for this invitation that you sent me a few days ago and that I accept with pleasure. Our meetings are getting less and less frequent, and to be able to see our old companions is always a nice moment. It is with a certain embarrassment that I have to admit that I only have a few souvenirs of Lefebvre. My memory fails me, but the list of achievements you have told him is quite significant. Moreover, his modesty is to his credit. You know how to be so discreet, and it will be a pleasure to be received by this person. P.S. It will also be a great pleasure to see Aristide again, whom I have not met since the war. Moreover, I am like all of us waiting to see Vogel finally pay. Courage, my friend. Only a few days left. Okay. Okay. Look at all these new topics we got. We got so many new topics. Alright. Do we go back and talk to Victor some more? He's the only one we can talk to. Maybe go in here. Oh, we can talk to him now. Oh, we can ask lots of questions. Can I help with something? I've got a little time before my next lecture. Of course, I need to actually find the right room first. Changes every week at the moment. Yesterday, I had barely a quarter of my students' troops attend. Lost in the corridors or killed in action. It's a mystery. I have lots of questions. You know, when people say that they were lucky enough to have an inspiring teacher, for me, that's Victor. He knows how to make his history fascinating, but not like those professors who use all the kind of tricks to try and keep their students interested. He has a skill, a gift for talking to people about events from 60 years ago as if they happened yesterday. Everyone deserves a teacher like Victor at least once in their life. There's a lot of resentment in the years of the liberation. A lot of people, a personal revenge, people settling scores, that sort of thing. Apparently, she's the one who used to settle disagreements between the networks. For good reason, too. She knew more resistance members than anyone else, and she didn't take sides either. She was kind of an impartial judge. Everyone trusted her. I certainly would have wound up here without Victor. His stories drew me in wherever I came to eat at your place, whenever I came to eat at your place. Wait, who are you? He made history sound so exciting. Of course, that's not easy to do. Got plenty of sleepy students who can attest to that. Well, at least the ones who bother turning up tutorials. My only regret is that I have never had the opportunity to give a lecture in the old lecture theater before the move. I know it's silly. The old lecture theater is at Pesach. It's bigger than more modern. Might be a bit outdated here, but come on. You're sitting on benches used by Napoleon III. Nothing like sitting there with the smell of old waxed parquet floor for a first year to suck a bit of history. Oh yes, we did have a thing in college. Nothing serious though. Right, Catherine? No, nothing serious. What really bugged you, Catherine, was that I always defended your dad when you criticized him. You can say that alright. It infuriated me. You were always on his side, never on mine. I didn't miss that when I went to Paris. I don't really know what else to say. Maybe we are overdoing it. Okay. Ah, Victor, the epitome of modesty. I've been to his place so many times ever since I was a teenager, but he never said anything. Nothing at all about his time during the war. You wouldn't find a single medal or award displayed at his home. Even I barely knew he was in the resistance. It's been a few years now since he and his exploits were being talked about. Time passes and tongues wag, but he still won't talk about it. In fact, he seems even more leery than ever. Always evasive. That's all in the past. No one's interested. I know it annoys Catherine, but for me, that's what marks him as a true hero. He's not after glory. Alright, look, we have more things to talk about. Catherine, you know him a little, right? He's been dean for a few years now. He's pretty quiet. Maybe discreet is a better word. He avoids the limelight. No commemorations, no medals, no mentioning his past in the resistance. He'd be the first to say, "You've got to live in the now. And stop looking to the past." It's strange coming from a history professor, in my opinion. I say Madame Solange is the only person who can really say what he did during those years. If she's to be believed, he was a leading figure in the Bordeaux resistance, saved a lot of lives. Okay. People like Bernard aren't going to tell me about what Victor really did during the war. He's cut from the same cloth as Victor, always modest, always avoiding attention. The people who might have known what he did during the war are gone. Apart from Madame Solange, of course. She knew all the top people. For good reason, too. She hid them all in her brothel at one time or another. Naturally, that created connections. He was the head of the physicist group, wasn't he? I think he was British, not the friendly kind, so I've heard. Going to do what needed to be done. Not that surprising for a Brit. You always want them on your side. This physicist group. Yes, it was a group attached to the SOE. Yes, the SOE, right. I'm still getting a little lost with all these acronyms. What does that stand for again? Special Operations Executive, set up by the British to support resistance groups in the occupied countries. So, we had independent resistance networks that wound up joining the Free French forces, and then we had the ones who were financed and trained directly by the SOE. As was the case with the Physicist Network. But then there were sometimes disagreements that resulted in backstabbing. Okay. I didn't really get off to the best start in life. I was a little bit of a brat. I was heading down the wrong path. I was rebellious, lashed out at any form of authority. I just did it. I didn't really know why. Victor helped me realize that you can keep rebelling, or you can focus your energy and choose your battles more wisely. How should I put it? I think that was exactly what I needed to hear back then. That I didn't have to simply fall in line. That I could explore and find the right questions to ask. And 10 years later, I got my doctorate. What was your doctoral thesis? Sure you really want to know? Ready? Okay. Carolinian numismatics, the consequences of money stability policy on the commercial transactions between the imperial territories and the Caliphate of Cordoba in the 9th and 10th centuries. I think I've got a bestseller on my hands there. Ah, a joke. I get jokes. Alright, we're done talking to you. Do we have any like anything from this note we talked about, maybe? Alright, maybe we can... Where's that Dean? Where's that Dean? Where'd he go? Come on, Dean. Oh, there's a door here. Where's this go? Oh. Can we talk to you? Nope. If they don't have a little talky thing over their head, I'm not talking to them. We can go in the library and search for stuff. Oh, this is not. Hey, there he is! I found him. What can I do for you, young man? I haven't got all day. If it helps, we avoid the crusty old professor who's only been realized we're moving to a new premise. You're Victor. He's been a friend for over 20 years. 20 years now. Wow. Thinking about makes me feel old. Well, after 20 years, you must have talked to him about things, shared a few secrets, right? Still at it, Catherine? Afraid I'm going to disappoint both of you. Your father and I lead the quiet, uneventful lives of academics. At this point, any bit of indiscretion, however insignificant, will do. Something that might force him to react. Don't you think it's better to leave the past in the past and look for the future instead? Your father is a hero to the resistance, after all. A hero who doesn't want any recognition, and I'll be damned if I disrespect his wishes. Do you really need to know more about that? A very private hero. Am I the only one who finds that a little suspicious? She's a brave woman. Her courage is admirable. We met in 1940. She did a lot for the resistance here in Bordeaux. Though, even I have to admit I don't understand why she's so determined. It's one of Bordeaux's last left behind districts. What's wrong with it being modernized, made more practical, more what people want these days? Because those poor residents there in the slums, I can assure you that they're still waiting to be rehoused. Okay? It's simple. I just don't sleep anymore. You've got no idea what's involved in packing up an institution that's been here since 1886. 1886. That might be the code to the thing. I'm gonna write down that 1886. Imagine the number of books, archives, documents, collections, and research materials to sort, pack, and transfer to our new premise. It's all for the best, I suppose. We were outgrowing this place. Everyone's been complaining. So our university is off in its travels, out of the walls, ready for the second millennium. I still remember that disastrous day when your father is to be believed, and if your father is to be believed, transport strikes meant he was forced to bring you with him to one of his lectures. You were only this high when you were only this high, but you were really quite determined. That's the word, determined. Determined that everyone should know of your existence. Victor lasted all of 3 minutes. There was no way he could stand up to such a tough opponent. Ah, yes, that one's true. Papa often likes to tell that story. And do you remember when the students started asking about my mother, war, or anything else? You know, perfectly normal subjects of conversation between normal people. My father would suddenly remember that he had some sort of family emergency. How convenient. Back then, I was easily distracted with puppet shows in the city park, but I'll take a lot more to get around me these days. I should never have let the lectures help with the move. But knowing them, they wouldn't have let me off the hook anyway. Most of them are single-minded 50-somethings still living with their mothers. They're on it at everyone to take care of their precious little fiefdoms and make sure they don't come to harm. They're scared stiff of the removal men. I quote, "Those barbarians wouldn't know the difference between archaeozoological and archaeobotanical if it was staring them in the face. That removal man seen some things in his day. You should have heard his response as he stood there with a cigarette hanging from his lips." What's this got to do with Victor? Oh, it's nothing much. I'm just sure he's overdone it a bit. He'll be fine. A few days of rest, which I practically had to force him to take, will do him a world of good. Okay. Victor was always very quiet about what he did during the war, but I can't say he was a leading member of the resistance. What's with all this talk about this resistance anyway? Who cares about those days? Me, as it happens. Me too. That makes two of us. To cut a long story short, your father came from abroad with the SOE. If I remember correctly, he was teaching in Cairo when the war broke out. I think he was at this place when the fleet was bombed. After a brief stay in London, he came and joined the ranks of the resistance. I could write a novel about his exploits in the region, but he wanted to be incognito all these years, so I'm not about to go shouting about it. Okay. Well, he said something. Me, I'm just an old man, practically retired now. Not undeserved retirement, if I may say so myself. I'm a professor who just wants a quiet life. Yes, I did a few things during the war. It was more by force of circumstance than a burning desire, if I'm honest. They promoted me to dean a few years ago. Apparently, I've got a good rapport with the youth of today. Suppose we do have one thing in common. We look to the future. Alright, now we gotta ask him about these questions, which he's probably gonna... A spark of hope in the dark days following the defeat in 1940. With hindsight, it's easy to say that defeat was a foregone conclusion, but that's just not true. There were tough battles to be fought. Most of us were still driven by the belief that France would raise up and fight back. Despite the defeat and betrayals, despite the want to see cowards who refused to do anything and made it worse, I was one of those cowards. Fortunately, the resistance networks were gradually able to rally the country. I didn't really know him that well. He was part of Victor's group rather than mine. We kept the cells as separate as possible to prevent leaks. That was Victor's group. I don't really know the particulars of their methods because they worked directly with the British at the SOE. I was in the OCM, and I knew them because of the Notre Dame thing. Notre Dame. All I was brought together under one organization in 1943 under MUR, which was, oh my god. Of course, we all became part of the FFIs. Look at all these acronyms when the CNR was established, of course. Yes, of course, it's obvious. I'll spare you the names of the communist movements. Sulky lots, so they came up with their own acronyms. It's quite an alphabet soup, I know. So, I'm just going to repeat for everyone who's not been following. The OCM was the Organisation Civile. Okay, so he's doing all the acronyms. Okay. Oh, he just did one. I thought he was gonna do them all. One of our brightest. He needs to publish more if he wants to get more attractive job offers, though. He's just the same mold as his father. I expect he'll follow much the same path, more interested in research more interested in students than in actual research. Passing on knowledge is one thing, but you shouldn't neglect research and showing your face at conferences. Look at our French philosophers. We're exporting them to American universities now. Derrida and deconstructivism, for example. If the Yanks are enthusiastic about it, it has to be the right kind of modern. Okay. There we talked to him. We didn't really get a whole lot, but we did talk to him. Okay, I guess we go see Victor now and talk to him a little bit more about the new topics. But first, I think I'm gonna take a break. Wait, what's this door? Where does this go? Stop right there. No students allowed through here at the moment. Okay, I guess we can't go in there.